Good morning, students. Welcome back to your economics subject. As usually, we are going through the Indian economic development book, and here we are looking forward with the liberalization, privatization, and globalization. See, this is what the third chapter of your economic subject, and the second unit. Second unit means it comes under the economic reform since 1991. See, previously what we had seen was soon after our independence, what all things came into existence till the year 1990. Then after that, 1991, what exactly this chapter, what we are going to discuss few more concepts, and we already have been discussed with the liberalization and privatization. So as today we are going to discuss about the globalization. In this globalization we are going to have many of the concepts, just like even we are going to see with this globalization outsourcing than with the world trade organization WTO. Then we shall move further. So yes, students, see, this is most important to know. In the year 1991, what all things came into existence and how our nation, our economy started developing. See, almost this 1991 year we came with many of the concepts, just like previously we had taken with the reforms regarding the agriculture sector or regarding the manufacturing sector, that is what service sector as well. Many of the things previously we had taken the reforms since before 1990, whatever the reforms had come into existence. But soon after 1991 the new economic policy was framed. In that new economic policy, what all things came into existence, what we got the benefits of it, we are going to see here. So almost we are with the globalization concept. What is this globalization? Globalization is nothing but opening the doors of our economy for the world. Means what? Here we are going to allow other countries to come and do their business in our country, or else the trade regarding the exports imports were opened for each and every country. So almost, although globalization is generally understood to mean integration of the economy of the country with the world economy. See, our economy is been opened to everyone, and it is called as a world economy as well. It is a complex phenomenon. It is an outcome of the set of various policies that are aimed at transforming the world towards greater independence and integrated. See, almost as soon after our independent, what all things came into existence, we have seen. But after this new economic policies, all our country or the world was independent and integrated to do businesses. See, many of the companies came into existence. The was world economy was open for every country so that they can come and do their business in our India or in our economy. See, these things was changed over here. So it involves creation of networks and the activities transcending economic, social, and geographical boundaries. See, here there were no geographical boundaries over here. All one world, no, boundaryless world. That is what, as you can see, integrated economy means what? All economies were got together, means even they used to come here, do the businesses in our economy, in our country, and even our people go there and do the businesses, or they used to open their company or make investment in the other countries as well. So almost foreign direct investment, what we make, almost we what we see here is about this only. See, foreigners is to come and invest in our businesses, companies, and they used to earn. See, almost they wanted, foreigners means foreign direct investment wants to invest in retail sector as well. See, whatever the things are there with us, they are going to purchase and they are going to sell for us only. So it was not allowed, most probably. Many of the government rules were made for that. See why? Because if we take foreign people, the foreign direct investment in our retail sector, it will affect very badly, and the existing people, those who are working in our retail field, the companies or the individual people will get affected very badly for that purpose. See, when it comes to the economy word, the economic subject is having no boundaries to know, to discuss. See, for here, as the globalization, as we are seeing here, just will be looking here with the no boundaries of economy. So all our economy was open for the other economies as well, for the other countries as well. Okay, here there were no boundaries for this. Then globalization attempts to establish link in such a way that the happenings in India can be influenced by events happening miles away. It is turning the world into the one whole, or creating a boundaryless world. That is what here we are looking forward, one whole economy or boundaryless world. Okay, that is what one world, boundaryless world, as you can see here. So we are not having any of the boundaries for our countries or the world for the trade and businesses over here. So that is what globalization exactly means over here. Then after this, we can see the outsourcing. So what is this outsourcing? What outsourcing of this globalization means here? Let's see and have the discussion here. See, this is one of the important outcomes of the globalization process. In outsourcing, a company hires regular services from external sources, mostly from the countries which are previously provided internally or from within the country, like legal advices, computer services, advertisement, securities, then each provided by respective department of the company. See, most of the things, see, IT field is totally managed and controlled by the foreigners only. Why? Because if you can see, I have joined Infosys company, I have joined BNK company. See, these are the companies which are taking services from our people. That is what computers, that is what IT field, what exactly we call over here. You may have heard about these companies. Infosys companies there, Wipro companies there. Are they Indian? Have you all thought about it? They are Indian. Maximum IT companies which are working in the metro cities, just like Bangalore, then your Pune, Mumbai. Okay, these are just like cities which are which we are having the IT fields more here. So almost what this outsourcing means exactly here. See here, the companies hires regular services, just like they are going to provide you the regular services, or they are going to take services from you. Okay, that is what exactly means over here. So you can see now our legal ministers and all, some of the time they get concerned with the other countries as well. Means if any of the legal issues are there, or else if any of the advices if they require legally from other countries, just like to manage few of the issues, just like we are having issue with the Pakistan and even now with the China. That time we can't go and direct manage with them. Okay, so we require to take concerns from others as well. That is what we exactly call as advice. Then further, computer services, that is what exactly you can see the IT sector, all is computer based, which they will be providing the services. And advertisements as well. See, many of the foreign people, the foreigners have come into our country and they have moving with providing many of the services. Okay, so many of the services regarding the advertisement, they have changed. See, first we were not having any of the technologies over here. Now, soon after this globalization and all, new modernized technology techniques we have brought into existence. Okay, that things are been taken over here. Then even with the security, see, as you can see in the IT field, just like if you are using the computer, you require securities, just like the payment mode. If you are transferring any of the money from your account, it is from the internet, okay, from the computer, so it has to be secured one. So that is what security, providing that securities for the transactions what you make through the online or the banks, even that you need to know, right? So these are the things what exactly the outsourcing came into existence. That is what hiring regular services from external sources, from our employees. They took the employees over here, okay, the workers they took, and they started the IT sector, just like for the communication mode. Okay, then further, as a form of economic activity, outsourcing has identified in recent times because of the growth of fast modes of communication. See, due to this IT sector field, now the share of this IT sectors also has been increased, and due to this, they we are developing our communication as well. See, as you are sitting at a home, and as I am sitting in a office and communicating you, how easily we are communicating, how easily we are getting interactions through these services, just like from the IT, from the information technology. Okay, this is what the communication got strong over here, particularly the growth of information technology, that is what the IT. Many of the services such as voice based business process, that we can call your BPO, call centers, yes, then record keeping, any of the accounts, record keeping of the accounts, almost we are doing on the computer systems only. We are not using the traditional modes now. See, whichever, if you are going to maintain the accounts, where you maintain now, in the computers only, that is what. Then banking services, now everyone is not going to visit bank. See, online you can make internet banking, then mobile banking are been there, or 24 into 7 ATM services are been provided for you. So many of the things have changed by the IT field here. Then banking services, then music recording, then these are the new techniques or technologies which came into existence. Then film editing, then book transcription, that is what clinic advice, or even teaching are being outsourced by companies in developed countries to India. See, now many of the things have came into existence, just like now what education system or teaching also is being done through this IT field only. See, what source of teaching what we are making now. Are you all physically listening over me or hearing me? No.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This is what
sir.
we are going to see here, the IT help. How we are getting the help from the IT field. That is what communication, how we are going to get easily communicate with you from the source of this devices. That is what the new techniques have come into existence, and this technology what we are using from computer, just like the systems, okay, the operating systems, then come to the these apps what we are using online now for learning. This is what we are, how we are developing, and our company, this our country is developing, that we are looking here. Then, with the help of modern telecommunication links, including internet, that is what through internet only we are going, and teaching learning process is taking place. This is what the development today what we are seeing here. At sitting at one place, we are communicating, and teaching learning process activity is taking place here. The text, voice, and visual data is respect of this service is digitalized and transmitted in the real time over continued and national boundaries. See, here we are not having any of the boundaries over here. See, we are not having any of the problems over here now. Due to this, we are easily communicating from one another, from one area to the another area, one place to another place. So this is what, how easily, through the, with the help of this telecommunication, just like the internet, then text, voice and visual data are being sent, these services are been helping us. That it has come through the globalization only. Then most multinational corporations and even small companies are outsourcing this service to India. They, where they can be availed at a cheaper cost with reasonable degree of skill and accuracy. See how easily we are communicating. This almost is not costly for us. Cheaper cost, reasonable degree of skill. See, whatever is been there reasonably, just like you can see through this communication as you are sitting at your home, how the teaching learning process is going on. In the image you can see, just through the internet, use of this internet, one person, I am teaching you all, and another person, you are hearing the lecture. So this is all about the IT field, how there is a growth in the telecommunication and how it is outsourcing now. Okay, so this is what the most important thing. Then the low wage rates and the availability of skilled manpower is in India has made the distinction for global outsourcing in the post reform period. See, almost at now at present, so maximally many of the foreign companies are coming in India. They are making the investment. They are, why they are coming in India and why they are taking the help, the employment here, means here many of the people are educated here. Why? Because many of the people are educated and unemployment rate also is more in our nation. So if you are coming to our nation, means almost you are going to get the benefit of the employee. Means that is what the, for employment you are going to get the people more over here. So every year in one city you can see, in our city only, in thousands of people are doing the graduations, then post graduations. Many of the thousands of people are there which we are educated over here. If you see here, so almost they want the people to work, and at a less price they are getting the employees in India. In their country they required to pay more. For that purpose they are shifting or coming to our nation and making here the investments. So almost it is benefited for them. So for that purpose almost they are joined over here. Okay, so let's see the further concept, the next concept. See, as the things, as I told you in the previous sessions, as we were discussing about this, as I told you, our people also have expanded their businesses and they have acquired the other companies outside our nation. Even our companies have taken, made investments in the foreign countries as well. And even the foreign countries companies are coming and taking over our countries businesses and the business, doing business over here. Okay, so many of the things are there. Let's see further. See, owing to globalization, you might find many of the companies expanding their wings to many other countries. See, that is what they are moving out of our nation. See, for example, if you see Tata Tea in the year 2000, Tata Tea surprised the world by acquiring the UK based Teletel, the inventor of the tea bags. That is what they have made the investment. How much? 1,870 crores in that company. See, just it is just like a surprise for us. Our company, sorry, the our people, our nation people, the Tata Tea, they have made surprise for the world by acquiring the company of UK. UK means where it comes from, London. They have acquired that company. and they have given the surprise that this is due to the outsourcing and the globalization. Every Indian company is removing the wings and flying over to the other countries. That is one of the important concept over here. Then soon after, this was in the year 2000. Then in the year 2004, Tata Steel bought the Singapore-based Nat Steel for rupees 1,245 crores. See, even they have brought the Nat Steel from Singapore. Then Tata Motors acquired buyout of DOO's heavy commercial vehicle. That is what I had told you in the previous classes. Do you all remember? Our Indian
Yes,
company, that
yes.
is what Tata company has captured the Jaguar company, means they have taken over, acquired the Jaguar company, as I have told you in the previous sessions. Somewhere I had told about our nation, our companies, just like the Tata Motors acquired the Jaguar company. The same like, see here you can see heavy commercial vehicles units of South Korea for 448 crores. Then new now VSNL. What is this VSNL? Do you all remember in the previous session what we had discussed? Yes? Do you all know what is this VSNL?
So,
Don't know or forgot?
I forgot.
Forgot. Very good. Here it is. Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. It is nothing but Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. So what they have done now, Videsh Sanchar Limited is acquiring Toyco's undersea cable network for rupees 572 crores. 572 crores. They are with Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited. They are acquiring Tyco's undersea cable, means they are going to get connected with this from one nation to the another nation from the undersea. See, this is what our nation also is been developing. See, now here under sea cable, how much it is? In which control over 60,000 kilometer undersea cable network across three continents. See, 60,000 undersea cable networks across three continents. They are getting connected over this. See how much 60,000 means. Is it a small quantity? As they
Yes,
have
yes.
acquired, they are acquiring it for cost 572 crores. Then the Tatas also plan to invest 8,800 crores in fertilizers, steels and power plants in Bangladesh. See, this is all about our nation. Our nation also has been developed, as well as with this our nation, other countries have come into our nation, and our economy has been developed by these new economic policies. This is all about the things. So let's see few more concepts about this. Let's discuss about the World Trade Organization. See, this is what World Trade Organization, what exactly it does. See, the World Trade Organization was found in 1995. See, when it was found in 1995 as the
1995.
successor organization to the General Agreement of Trade and Tariff. See, almost general, there will be a general agreement between the trade and tariffs. That is what we call here as a GATT. GATT was established in the year 1948. In the year 1948, they started this. Okay, so it was established with 23 countries. This was established with the 23 countries as the Global Trade Organization. This WTO is called as Global Trade Organization as well, to administrate all the multilateral trade agreements. See this, why they had gone with this GATT, what we make over here. This is what World Trade Organization came into existence in 1995. But the GATT, that is what General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. See, whatever the trade take place with the other countries, that is what the agreement, what it takes over here. That is what multilateral trade agreement, by providing equal opportunities to all countries in the international market for the trading purpose. See, there should not be, why they made this agreement, what is the purpose of this, need to know. What the main important part of this is to give all the people, all the countries equal opportunity in the international market. Means there should not be any of the restrictions for this, to you do this work, you do that work. So every person has a equal opportunity to do any work. That is what the act, for that purpose they provided international market for everyone equally. Okay, then World Trade Organization is expected to establish a rules based, that is what rule based trading regime they are going to establish over here, in which nations cannot place arbitrary restrictions on trade. See, due to this, no country should stop the trade, making the trade with the other countries. So few of the times, as we had seen in the, since after, soon after our independence, as we discussed about the two chapters, first and second chapter, Indian economy on the eve of independence, then Indian economy in the year 1950 to 1990, in that we came into know that the Britishers were restricting our trade, making our trade. They used to take all the goods from our country to their country, and the final goods were bought from their country to our country. They were restricted. So after that, this new economic policy in the year 1991, what all things came into existence? This World Trade Organization, that is what came into these agreements, that was General Agreement of Trade and Tariffs. Then rule based trading regime was removed over here. They cannot restrict to any of the people. Then in addition, it was, its purpose is along to enlarge production and trade of services. Almost, what is the purpose of this? To enlarge means almost to increase the trade of production and trade of services. The trade between the two countries should not be restricted, to ensure optimum utilization of world resources. Means on this, there should be a proper utilization of resources, optimum, and it may be called as optimum or the proper utilization of resources as well, and to protect the environment. Almost it should be protecting the environment as well. Then the World Trade Organization agreement covers trade in goods as well as services to facilitate international trade. So almost it is not only on the basis of these goods, but also services as well. Here you are not going to restrict it only for the goods, the trade, but even the providing the services as well. Bilateral or multilateral. It is not only bilateral means single, multilateral means more than two or more. Okay, that is what we call here. Through the removal of tariffs as well as non-tariff barriers. They removed all the tariff and non-tariff barriers. Okay, what we were having the restrictions. Then further, providing greater market access to all member countries. Almost they provided greater market means market access to all members of the countries. And as an important member of World Trade Organization, India has been forefront of the framing a fair global rules, regulation, and safeguard, and advocating the interest of the developing countries. See, almost India has been forefront to framing fair global rules. See, even India took part in that, and they went further for the fair global rules and regulations, whatever are set. to safeguard and advocating the interest of the developing countries. So whichever the countries are developing, they should not get burdened. For that purpose, smooth and fair rules and regulations were framed over here and to safeguard these people. Okay, then India has kept the commitments towards liberalization of trade made in the World Trade Organization by removing quantitative restrictions of the imports and reducing tariff rates. So almost you can see the here we have removed, means we are going to remove the restrictions on imports and reducing the tariff rates as well. We have reduced the tariff rates as well over here. Then some scholars that is all question the usefulness of India has been a member of the World Trade Organization, as a major volume of international trade occurs among the developed nations. See, even few of the people may ask the question why India only is taking initiative and major role in this making the decisions and setting the rules. The question arises, when any one of the person is taking initiative further, means what? Why they are taking that much of initiative? Why? See, if you see, our nation is developing now. It is our nation, India is not developed one. Many of the countries are there which are undeveloped or developing or developed one. See, just like you can see, America is developed nation, and our are still we are developing. We are not developed yet, so we are under the developing process. And few of the countries are there, they are underdeveloped, which are not developed as well. Okay, then they also say that while developing countries file complaints over agriculture substitutes given in their country. See, few of the times what happens, in our nation we provide subsidies for the agriculture purpose. Means the for farmers we are going to provide subsidy rates on the fertilizing process. Means some of the equipments, just like if you are purchasing tractor you are going to get subsidy. Then if of any of the agriculture instrument equipments, if you are taking pipeline, if you are making pipes or bore wells, you are going to get subsidy. And current, most probably the current supply, here there is no bills are being collected from the farmers now. So this is all about the our country. So almost by seeing this, others try to question over here. Okay, that is what one thing over here. So developing countries, see further here, you can see they also say that while developing countries file complaints over agriculture substitutes in the countries, developing countries feel cheated, as they say, forced to open up the market for developing countries, but are not allowed access to market of developed countries. What do you think? See, almost as I gave you the example, many of the foreign countries, other countries are very much interested to come in our country and try to make investment in retail field, retail sector. Retail means, retail, do you know what this word retail means? Retail means this our store, where we general stores, means just like the
Yes, sir.
this one, DMart, then Big Bazaar, just like in that Reliance Fresh. These are the retail fields. In this retail sector, other countries are interested to come here and invest in that field, and they want more share in that. So almost if they
Yes,
came
sir.
in our nation in this retail field, what about our country people? Means whoever are invested in this retail field, what about them? So for that purpose, they were restricted here. So that is what the main important thing, as you can know. So for today's session, till here, the concepts we are going to stop, and in the next session, you are going to go through the next field, next concept, naming as a Indian economy during reforms as assessment. So the growth and employment we are going to discuss, then reforms in agriculture we are going to know, then industry we are going to know, and disinvestments we are going to know with the reforms and physical policies. So almost
Yes, sir.
one or more class we require to end up with this chapter. Okay.
Yes, sir.